My name's Esyllt Jones. I'm a historian of health and disease. So my research is really about the history of health inequality. My first book was on pandemic influenza in Winnipeg in 1918-19. My current research is on the history of Medicare in Canada, so the history of the movement for what was then called socialized medicine in the 1930s and 40s. Canadians identify with Medicare as a kind of national symbol, but we don't know very much about that history. So my work looks at what inspired that movement and how it was supposed to deal with health inequality. I grew up in rural Saskatchewan, and very few of the people that I grew up with went to or finished university. So my university teachers really opened the door for me. So if I can inspire one student to feel that they belong in university no matter where they've come from, I feel like I've given something back, and that inspires me.
My name is Kiera Ladner. I'm a Canada Research Chair in Indigenous Politics and Governance at the University of Manitoba, and I teach in the Department of Political Studies here and run a research space called Mamaweepwin. My research is really significant for Canada because of the fact that Canada is on Indigenous land. There's not one iota of Canada, not one square inch of Canada that isn't Indigenous land, that was in some ways wrongfully taken, in almost all cases stolen land. So my work is really about making right this whole wrong that was done to Indigenous people. I grew up in Treaty 6 area and Treaty 7 area. And from the beginning, my life has been defined by Indigenous politics and the treaty. I couldn't imagine doing anything else other than working on treaty.
I do a lot of performing with singers and instrumentalists. And I love playing the music from different eras. There's something about playing the music from a different culture, from a different time period, that invites you into that culture, and you get to know the people and the way that the culture worked. There's something even more special, I think, about playing the music from my time and my place. And I've been lucky enough to be involved in a lot of commissions in the last few years. So often these pieces are written by people that actually know me, and I feel like we're adding our voice to the dialogue about what it means to be Canadian, and we're adding our unique vision of music, I guess, to the repertoire for the instruments with which I play. I get to play piano. I get to explore new music, find out new things about myself, push myself technically and musically with my partners. And through my teaching, through my lecturing, I'm able to share my passion for what I do with young people that are enthusiastic and love the same thing that I do.